your girl Cosmic back with another. It is 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. What time is it? Oh, yeah, it's 2:30 a.m. And oh, I'm not crying. I don't know. It's that sleepy situation going on with my eyes, but I just woke up, and the reason why I'm on here is to kind of just get some stuff off my chest because I'm a little bit disturbed because of that funeral. Um, I've never been to a funeral, and I didn't think it would emotionally charge me the way it did. And when things get awkward, just work harder. And I feel like I'm at a very, very awkward time in my life because I was planning on being married. I never thought I'd be separated from my children, ever. Um, I'm also like tired of everyone, pretty much. Not everyone, but like, there's a couple people you know, there's a couple people I rock with, but as far as like my personal life, I'm tired of the people around me for the most part because it's just like everybody seems to be stuck in this weird, perpetual cycle of things that don't serve them. And I'm tired of being a witness to it. For example, like I came here to escape domestic violence and negativity and poverty. And then I came here, which is my dad's and my stepmom's house. And I'm thinking I'm escaping all of that. And then I end up running into it here. So let me explain. It's really embarrassing what I'm finna say. That's why it's taking me a while, but I really just want to get it off my mind because I need to be able to focus on me. But so I'm excited to be here. They have a very small country. Like this house is like it's super old. It's comfortable, blah blah blah. But I'm so embarrassed to say this. Um, so my dad, my stepmom's birthday was on the first. My dad, my her dad died on the 9th of May. And the way my dad handled my stepmom was just very embarrassing because he just, like, black people are so, especially black men, they're just so desensitized from people's emotions or when, like, someone might need you emotionally. And so, my stepmom, she's pretty good at expressing herself when it comes to certain things that she feels. And and she was just telling me like she's starting to feel, you know, something about her dad dying. Like, I guess it took her a second to like actually like feel something about, someone passing in her life that she was close to. And, like, I guess the mourning process is something that doesn't hit you right then and there sometimes. But it was starting to hit her, it was starting to drain her. And my dad, my dad had planned this surprise party. And, the whole time I'm in the middle of it. Like, I always seem to be the person that knows what's going on, like in the midst of both parties. Like, I knew that dad was planning a party. I knew it wasn't really appropriate. And then I also knew what my stepmom was saying about how she was tired. So it was just like, I was just stuck in that middle weird position of knowing and wanting to tell dad not to do it, but also wanting to tell, like, spoil the whole thing and tell Amber so she'd be emotionally prepared. But I was just like, let me, you know, let me just back up. Like, let me just play my part how I usually am, which is the person in the middle knowing too much. You know what I'm saying? And which I hate that position. I really do. I really hate it. I always am the person that knows both sides and can see both sides and feel for both sides. But so she finally gets to um she's telling me before, because this is after church last Sunday. And we finally get to the house and I'm just like, Amber, because she's like, I'm so exhausted, I'm so emotionally drained, I just want to lay down. And so we get in, and everybody says surprise. I'm telling you, this is so embarrassing to me. So that's why I'm taking my time. Um, Everybody says surprise. Amber's like, you know, I know she's not happy. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's like there, and it's just dad's friends. It's none of her friends. And I'm like, what kind of ghetto shit is this? You know what I'm saying? Like this isn't for Amber. This is clearly for you, because her friends aren't here, and she doesn't want this. She doesn't want a surprise party. Like, her dad just died. So I am kind of just stuck in a hard place of like knowing the whole time that she doesn't want to be there. So I decided to go. I decided to not be a part of the party for real, and um, just decide to take a walk. And then later on that night, this is where it gets real awkward. It was already awkward then, because the party was like really for dad to show off the new house and for him to party, because my dad likes to party. He's a Libra. He likes to party. Um, it did not seem like it was for her. Um, and so I was like typing, and this is a little country house. Like, they probably can hear the mumbles of my voice right now. And me, I'm an energy person. Like, I'm just damn. Um, most Scorpios are. Not to keep putting, zodiac signs of this. It has nothing to do with the zodiac, just more so the type of person that's born in November. But I just was like, I was typing in the other room. There's another room in there, and that's usually the place where I work. And I was typing, I heard an energy. Like it was just, I heard an energy. I don't know if that's the right way, but I felt an energy. It was a sound though. And I was like, what the heck? Like I stopped, I was like, like what the heck am I hearing? Like yelling, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, am I tripping? So I stopped what I was doing and I come in here and I kind of just listen because I really couldn't make out nothing because the TV was on too. And sure enough, I was not tripping. It was my dad raising his voice at my stepmom. I already knew what it was about. I knew it was about the party because she already told me she didn't want that shit. And I hear dad cussing at her, fucking this and fucking that and fuck. And oh hell no. I'm like, no, this nigga is not cussing at this lady, like, because she simply just expressed to him like, why you don't ask me? Why you didn't ask me what I wanted for my birthday? You know what I mean? I was just so embarrassed. I'm just so tired of niggas. Like, I swear to God, I don't want to be in proximity to black men. Like, I really don't. That was just like the last straw. Like, I was so vexed that night. I could not sleep, and I had a nightmare. And the nightmare was, I remember very vividly what it was. It was me breaking out of jail, and I broke somebody else out of jail, and I broke my fingers, like getting out of jail. And I woke up because I already had trouble sleeping. So I was pissed when I finally went to sleep that I had a nightmare. And then I looked up a dream interpretation and it said something in your life is makes you feel imprisoned and trapped. And that in this season it is detrimental for me to do things step by step. Like to not run from your past, but to finally get out of whatever the situation is once and for all. And it was crazy because that's exactly how I feel. Like I still feel oppressed when I'm around my dad. Like I feel emotionally oppressed. I feel stuck here and I feel like I can't escape this dynamic. So I'm very uncomfortable again. Like I'm not comfortable here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Like I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get out of here. And my first God to God at this funeral, y'all. The funeral. That's really another story. I don't even know if I want to get into that because my mouth is dry because I was drinking. I'm not drinking no more, by the way. Like I'm not drinking no more until I deserve it. Like, until I have something to celebrate. I'm not gonna drink anymore because I'm mad uncomfortable. Because yesterday was very uncomfortable. Like I didn't want to be around nobody. Like my brother and sister, we didn't even say bye to each other. I was just like over it. I really was. Like I love them, but they don't understand what I just witnessed with dad. They don't understand the things that I've witnessed with dad. Because, mixed kids got their own problems and they also are usually glorified to be, the perfect children when they ain't, you know what I'm saying? They just good at hiding it, but they also don't know what I just freaking witnessed. They just don't understand the cycle that it's weird because I never really lived with my stepmom and my dad, but every time I would come around for the summer or whatever, I would always witness Amber crying, even up till fucking now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I don't want to be a part of an illusion. Like they want to act like shit's perfect. Leave me out there shit. I just can't handle it because it's just not reality and it's not healthy. I just don't be here. And I know that nobody can save me but myself. To witness any type of abuse is something I just can't tolerate it. Can't tolerate it. I really, I'm really a social justice warrior in the sense of that word. Like I really can't with the social injustice. Like, and the funeral really brought the truth to a deep, deep, deep level for me. Like, because the man that died was a righteous man, and everybody in the funeral had a consistent story. Like, this man didn't live double lives and have all these personalities and a mistress and a, you know what I mean? He was a righteous, steady man that everybody's I'm talking about everybody that spoke, everybody that knew Papa Leonard had a consistent story. And it was just beautiful. And they had slideshows of, him being married to Grandma Phyllis for 50 years. And it was so pretty. And we all were crying. You know what I'm saying? We all was crying. We all felt, for this man dying. We felt happy. We felt sad. But me, I felt a lot of resentment for my father in that moment. And not in a selfish way, like, because I totally was engaged with the fact that I would miss this man and engaged with the fact that people were mourning, but I really felt embarrassed. I felt embarrassed because I'm looking at my dad cry, but he wasn't crying for that man. He was crying in his shame of coming up short as a father. And I thought it was so selfish. And I don't want to be around this man. Don't. I don't. I no longer yearn for black men. I don't. I don't yearn for them. I don't care for them. I just don't want to be a part of their reckoning. And that's because I want to heal. I want to grow. I can't grow if I'm constantly worried about black men. Their pity. It was just so weird and awkward. And I felt in that moment truly disconnected from this situation. Like, I don't want to go, I don't want to do nothing with them. Like, I don't want to go hiking. I don't want to go camping with them. I don't want to do nothing with them. I want to, my first step, I'm telling you, God gave me so much confirmation when I was in that funeral. Like, after the funeral, I was so sure of my steps. And God said to make a GoFundMe for a car that I could pay for in cash. And I need to get out of here. I got 6 months. I got 5 months. Really, I got 4 months now to make my life pop, wherever that might be, and get my kids. But being here, hell no.